It's the PDAC 2024, last day of the show. Just everybody is flying out now. But we managed to grab Galen McNamara from Aero Energy. Very interesting uranium company. And we're going to get an update who they are, what they want to do, and also if they're funded to do so. Always an important question at the moment. So, Galen, to start us off with, please give us an idea why you concentrated on the uranium space. What's the business case there?
Well, you know what? I have a little bit of a background in uranium. I'm a geologist, and we can get into that. But I think bigger picture is that I just see what the needs of the world are going to be over the coming years and decades, and I think that uranium just has to play, nuclear power, excuse me, just has to play a very large mix in that, or a very large part in the energy mix, and probably along with renewables. But nuclear power is that really reliable base load that we're just going to need.
Okay. So there you have it in a nutshell. Well, of course, you picked up, I think, 3 uranium projects just recently. We're going to get to that. But you said you've got a background in uranium. We're going to cut that in uranium. But you're not alone. Your whole team is a team of uranium experts, let's say.
Yeah, exactly. So to start with myself, Galen, I managed the drilling at NextGen for the Aero deposit between about 2014 and 2018. So really had front row seats to all of that value creation that we all now know so well, right?
Yes.
Myself, coming on as another advisor is Garrett Ainsworth. He was my boss at NextGen, former VP of Exploration and Development at that company, and is probably largely responsible for the majority of the pounds found in the southwestern Athabasca Basin. I think it's fair to say. I mean, he discovered the boulder fields that led to everything else and was involved in everything else too.
Okay.
So I'm talking Fission, I'm talking NextGen, those two companies. And then another gentleman, one of the property vendors, Dale Varan, former VP exploration for Denison Mines. And, those guys, that team discovered 70 million pounds on the eastern side of the basin. His geologist, Gareth, is also joining us. And then another one of the project vendors, Sean Hilliker, another, deep uranium experience going back to NextGen, and Gareth for that matter as well on different things. So it really is a first-rate team, and we're all competitive people. And I don't want to come out and arrogantly say we're the best, but I mean, it's a very strong team.
It certainly sounds like it. Thank you. So then let's get into it. 3 properties or 3 projects, let's say. But at the, I think, northeastern part of the basin.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Tell us why did you pick up those?
Yeah, the northwestern part of the basin, margin of the basin, and it's still that part of it is still a frontier portion of the basin that hasn't really seen much modern exploration at all. So that really got me interested, and there's also a lot of endowment in the area. This is the Uranium City District, produced between the 1950s and the 1980s, about 70 million pounds of U3O8. And just very, very interesting in that regard. Although those deposits are lower grade, we wouldn't really be looking for them today. All of the rocks that could host high grade deposits are there. So those lower grade things, to me, it's a bit of a smokescreen. But all the signs for a high grade, NextGen or Fission or pick any other, they're all there, and we're going to take a shot at finding one.
Okay, very interesting. So you've got the team, you've got the projects. Now you're going to get the drills going, or what are the next steps?
So we're just closing a $5.9 million Canadian financing now, and then we'll be getting to work fully funded right away. I should have a rig at site and drilling in, say, mid-May. But before that, there's a lot of prep and planning to do. We're going to fly some geophysics. We're going to talk a lot more about our projects so people have an understanding of what they could be investing in and what the potential actually is. So it's going to be very busy for us this year. Right now, with the money we raised, we're probably budgeted for about 5,000 meters. And that'll get us something like 25 targets. All the targets there are shallow, 200-meter holes. You don't have to drill through 500 meters of sandstone to get to the target. They're almost right at surface. So that means you get more bang for your buck for your exploration dollars.
Always good,
yeah, which is always nice. So we're going to take a bunch of shots here this year.
Well, I think my next and last question almost answered itself already. Why should we be looking at the company right now?
Well, you know what? Great potential for discovery, great team. Now's the time for uranium. That's why we're doing this. Like, it really is, I feel like, the time for uranium. And really, I think that if you're into uranium and you're a uranium investor, I think this is one that is a must own. At least it is for me, but I'm biased. But I think that if we start to get any sniffs of success, we get onto something. There's a special power in Canadian uranium discovery when it comes to market torque. So I think that's the proposition.
Okay, thank you very much. Sounds good, and we are certainly hoping it goes so, because we have to say we are biased too. We're in the company and looking forward to success. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.